Hey guys! I'm actually making a video! Amazing! So, I'm sort of standing in for Tess today because she has a lot on her plate and she couldn't make a video. And of course, I didn't make a video last Friday, for which I'm terribly sorry, and I will go into detail more in this video. Because apparently it's Share Circle week, and I have some stuff going on that I don't necessarily want to talk about, but I think I should talk about them. That would be good for me. So the reason why I didn't make a video last Friday was because I didn't feel like it, like Mariah said in her video. And it's because I'm not in the best place in my life right now. I mean, I have a house, I have a job, I have a boyfriend, and that's all good, but everything else, I feel like I'm floundering. I'm just flailing around trying to get a grip, and I just don't know how to do it, and that makes me kind of depressed. I'm actually very susceptible to depression. I started that kind of cycle when I was about 12 because of stuff at home. And then my parents got divorced and I got really teenagery at age 16, 17. And that started it again. And then at age 22, I lost my job and I was unemployed for a year, and that's enough to make anyone depressed. So yeah, it's kind of that time again, and I just don't know what to do about it right now, but I'm gonna talk to everyone involved, and I hope that's gonna help, but I don't know, and I'm so tired. And not because I haven't been sleeping, because actually the last few days I've been sleeping great, but I'm so tired of not knowing what to do, and I feel like that's all my life is right now. To not knowing what to do next, what to do in the future. And I know I shouldn't worry about the future. I've told people not to worry about the future. But it's really hard not to worry. And I just feel really sad at the moment. But I can't talk to anyone about it because I'm walled in. I'm just sad sack of lonely person independence. So that's me. Last Friday was kind of a peak point and I just couldn't deal. And that's why I didn't make a video, because I was hiding. So you have a video now and you kind of know what's going on. If any of the crew has any questions, I will talk to more about them in detail on the chats, but for right now, I'm not gonna, because it's too difficult to do this on cam. But at least you know a little bit of what's going on, so that's great. Oh, the other thing that we've been doing this week, except that only Will is the one who did it, but I'll continue in that same vein, is to talk about the things that you love or do. And I wanted to talk about it some. Most of you know, if you've watched my previous videos, I've talked about this, is that I'm a writer. And it kind of ties into things that are going on right now, because I've been extremely active in that department for myself and for some magazines, or online magazines. And I just really love writing, telling stories since I was very young. And then one day in, I think it was 5th grade, so I think I was 8. Yeah, I was 8. We were asked to write a story. And that was the best thing ever. I wrote a story about my sister, because we had to pick someone we knew, and she was involved in a train heist, and it was amazing, and my teachers were kind of disconcerted. It was a train heist, and I was 8 years old, so, you know, who roots for the bad guys? Well, I do. I still root for the bad. So I started writing when I was 8. Basically, that's when I really started. I also had like a typewriter. It was amazing, and I used to use that to write up all kinds of stories, and I never quit. In the time that I've been writing, my genre has expanded. I also write personal columns, as you may have been able to read on my Tumblr, because I wrote a thing for Mariah and Tess, and that's the kind of stuff I also do. But I also write stories, and I've talked about the story that I'm writing right now, but it ties in with the story that I wrote when I was 8, because I've always been a rooter for the underdog, or at least a rooter for the villains. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because I see myself as a villain, but it's not quite how tiny kids are. You know, you're supposed to root for the good guy, but there are so many villains that have sort of a tragic backstory that explains why they're villains, and they don't have to stay villains, and sometimes they're not even villains. They're just thinking, they're doing what they think is the right thing, and that's just, it's a different perspective, and I think that's good. I really don't know anymore. I don't know anything. Maybe it's because I root for villains that I'm so screwed up in life right now. I'll promise I'll make a video next Friday. I'm also still gonna do the punishment video, but that's really gonna have to wait until the holidays, which will be in about 2 weeks, I think. Yay! So keep your ears peeled. Keep your eyes peeled for that one. It's gonna be good. Okay. See you next week. Bye.